then, so final video review for this week is for my paperback read, which was A Fairytale of Possibilities by Kiki. And for any of you that didn't see the introduction video, here's just a quick look at what the book looks like, but you can still catch the introduction video on my YouTube or on my blog. And if you want to check out my Goodreads review, I did just post that, so if you are on YouTube, there's a link in the description below, and if you are on Facebook or on my blog, then there is a link within the post. And this is a video review. So, A Fairytale of Possibilities by Kiki. I'm going to call this a lol story. It made me laugh so much. Lauren's a wedding planner, and she basically makes fairy tales a possibility for everyone else. She's in love with her best friend and has been for 11 years, but she's never been able to tell her how she feels, and therefore she's never been able to live out her own fairy tale, but she's busy making everyone else's possible. So when Lauren happens to discover that her friend might be open to the possibility of dating women, and there is a chance that she might share mutual feelings for Lauren that go beyond their friendship, she wonders if perhaps she might have that possibility for everything that she's always dreamed of. So like I say, this was so funny. It was typical Kiki. I laughed pretty much all the way through, because each and every chapter is just packed with what I would call comedy gold. It's total British comedy. It's really funny, and it goes through from everything from the dialogue and the conversations, to Lauren's antics and ability to complicate situations that shouldn't be complicated by just being herself. She just puts her foot in it all the time, to the surrounding cast and vibrant characters. It literally has everything you would expect from one of those rom-coms that just keeps on giving. You know, the ones where you go to the cinema and you just laugh for the very first scene all the way through, and then like by the end of it you've just laughed so much you just feel so happy. Like this works in that way. Even those more intense moments, they still have you laughing because Lauren's just one of those characters, like I say, she puts her foot in it, doesn't matter what the moment is. There's that humour element just sitting under the surface that's going to surface at any moment. So what works so well here though is the dynamic between Lauren and those she interacts with. She's got brilliant chemistry with everybody. She just bounces, and that goes from whether they're her friend and she just bounces around with them and everything, to whether they clash, whether they're rivals. She just still manages to create gold, comedy gold in the tension, like genuinely. It just makes her crazy and strange and completely and utterly brilliant on her own. If Lauren was anything right in this, she could totally run for stand-up comedian. She's so funny. But it had like a knock-on effect. So one thing Lauren did would then spark the next situation, from literally the utterly ridiculous to the more misfortunate moments. And either way, Lauren was that central character. She was just one of those characters that you laugh with, but you also laugh at, and you just can't help it. And even though you shouldn't laugh at some of the situations she gets into, you know, sort of inside she's laughing too. There were just so many moments, literally laughed so hard, so much, and I felt terrible for Lauren in some of them because you couldn't help but laugh, because she would just literally say something, even if she was like stroppy or having a moment, and it would just come out funny. But you just know that internally she's finding it all hilarious herself, even if she's not quite, but she's always seeing the funny side of something. She could probably find humour in anything, and that's just who she is. So for me, this was just one of those brilliantly funny reads, a total rom-com. There are some fantastic characters in there that support Lauren in her antics, and there's some other characters they're not main characters at all. They're they're not even a subplot. They're just characters that come into her life, and they just provide extra comedy for you, because you just think, oh my god, these characters, some of them are dead awful and some of them are just so funny. But that's just typical Kiki. She's brilliant at this humour type of thing, and all her reads that I've read so far have been brilliantly funny in some way or another. So I highly recommend this, and I will undoubtedly read it again because it's just funny. It's so easy to read, and if you just need a simple funny romance to cheer you up, this will certainly do the trick. This will tick all those boxes. It will make you laugh, it will make you cry with laughter, it will make you feel sorry for Lauren, but still that smile will be on your face, it won't leave. It's absolutely brilliant, and I really enjoyed reading it, and I just loved Lauren and her whole world was brilliant. So I'll pop a link in the description so that you can go and grab a copy of A Fairytale of Possibilities by Kiki Archer, which I hope you will. If you've read A Fairytale of Possibilities, it would be great to hear your thoughts, so please comment below. Please let me know what you thought of the book, and if you haven't read it yet but it's on your to be read list, or you're planning to read it, or you're now really intrigued and thinking I really want to read that, again, it would be great to hear from you, so please comment below. Please let us know what you thought of the book, and whether you're going to read it, and if you do read it, I hope you love it, I hope you have a great time, and I hope it makes you laugh. Bye.